Welcome to yoga. Thanks for coming or tuning in, as the case may be. So today we're going to be, what's the best way to say it? We're going to be doing Vinyasa, which is just moving with the breath, one movement, one breath, into and out of poses, and just feeling it like a wave. So we're going to start in centering any way you want. You can sit, lie down, whatever. And I have a runny nose, maybe a little allergies here. So close your eyes. Oh, let's just do that sighing thing. So just 3 times. Just take a nice inhale and sigh it out. Okay, and then just come back to inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Relax everything that you can. Just relax your face, jaw. Let your body just sink into whatever foundation you have. Feel the support. Just take a minute or so to see what's going on inside. Just notice how your body is, if anything's speaking to you. Maybe notice any feeling of energy moving around there. And also notice more subtle things, your feeling tone or emotional state, and your mental activity might be just bringing in some things you were thinking about, or thinking about things that are going to happen after. Just notice. Notice the qualities of your breath. Now we're going to do a pranayama that is like a wave. So the kind of focus or theme of our practice is going to be flowing, the water element. Just flowing, moving around resistance. So on your breath, just imagine on the inhale, as you begin to slow and deepen your breath and even it out, just imagine in any way that makes sense to you, the inhale coming from the base of your spine and moving up, and then the exhale like an oval shape, moving down. So a smooth flow up and then down, like a waterfall, but not Niagara Falls. So just gentle. So you're inhaling, bringing the breath up to the top of your chest, and then exhaling, let it just flow down the other side. Same, equal it out, but really focus on that flowing. The inhale comes up and then just flows into the exhale. slowing down. Like a waterfall. Slow and gentle, not over-efforting. A couple more rounds. And then just let go of that visualization of the waterfall, but continue to breathe, slow, deep, even. Maybe set an intention for your practice, something you'd like to take away or from your practice, something you can come back to, revisit if you need to focus. We're going to begin today on all fours. So as I said, we're going to be doing Vinyasa, which is just one movement, one breath, moving between poses. So, and I'm going to kind of focus on just a review of the poses. They're the ones we do all the time, but just to make sure that your foundation is set up and your alignment is set up. So, all fours, tabletop, your wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, and we'll just start with some warming up of the spine in cat-cow. So start by tilting your pelvis forward. This is on an inhale. Your chest comes down between your arms. Energetically draw your hands like you want to draw them back to meet your knees. Look up a little bit, then press into the mat, press it away. Tuck your tailbone, bring your chin to your chest and round your back. So just flowing with the breath. Remember that flow feeling. Letting the breath initiate the movement. And just continuous flow between cat and cow. And if you're on your back, you can do this by just inhaling, exhaling, and feeling the slight movement of your pelvis, tilting, tucking. And now we're going to add some things. So the next time you come to an exhale and come round your back into cat, let your hips come back over your heels into child's pose. And then inhale, scoop yourself up, tilting, come up in cow, exhale, cat, and back into child's pose. So this is the starting of the Vinyasa. We're going to add one more step later, but just continue here. So inhale brings you to cow, exhale, round your back, cat, and come all the way back over your heels, or as far back as is comfortable. Then scoop it up to cow, and then cat. So I'll just say what the inhaling is up to cow, exhaling back to child's pose. Just concentrate on flowing with the breath like water. Just one movement flows right into the next. Okay, then the next time you come up to all fours into cow, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. And then inhale, knees back to the mat. Cow. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, scoop up to cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, so this is Earth salutation. It's just a vinyasa, 3-breath vinyasa. Inhale is cow. Exhale, child. Inhale, cow. Exhale, down dog. So just a few more like that. And then the next time you find yourself in child's pose, just pause there in stillness, rest. Don't hurry to get there, just get there. And modify it any way that feels good for you. So your legs can be wide, feet together, knees out, or supporting your head, but just let everything flow out here. So even when you're still, your breath is still moving in your body, so stay with your breath and nice, slow, deep exhale, let everything flow out. You can exhale through your mouth here if that feels good. Okay, then come back to all fours. And we're going to transition to standing, and even the transition is like a vinyasa. So start on all fours, take an inhale and tabletop, which is just a neutral spine. Inhale, then tuck your toes. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog. Look up between your hands and walk your feet up between your hands, and you can get there. So you're in a Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Knees can be bent a lot with your whole chest down on your knees, whatever feels good, and just bring your belly in and up, protect your low back, and just let your upper body hang, the weight of your head just lengthening out your spine. Now bring your hands to your shins and lengthen out, half lift, half forward bend. Exhale, fold back down. And then inhale, press into your feet. Bring your arms out and up, slowly, slowly. Or you can come out by just rolling up, whatever works the best for you. Inhale up. And then exhale, kind of bring your hands down around to heart center, and we'll come into Tadasana, so our first standing posture. So lift and spread your toes, press into the four corners of your feet, just a little pressure there. Take a little tuck in your tailbone, lift your shoulders up, open your chest. Shining right out, headlight there. Externally rotate your arms, that opens your chest. Spread your fingers. Then bring your chin lightly down and then bring your chin back. So you have less of a forward head. And then lengthen up through the crown of your head. So, like we did last week, imagine suction cups on the bottom of your feet. And as you press down into the earth, imagine the energy coming up from the earth and down through the crown of your head, meeting in your core. So energy from the earth and from the universe, the sky, the heavens, whatever. And relax. Close your eyes if you have the balance for that, or hold on to something, or keep your eyes open with a soft gaze. Relax your face, your jaw, your neck, let your shoulders come down from the ears. So you're pressing lightly into the earth and reaching up toward the sky. Try bringing a little smile, not a grin, just a smile. Let the corners of your mouth go up. See how that changes. This is subtle, but when you smile like that, see if you can feel something inside of the feeling of the smile in your body. Kind of a lifting. Okay, then open your eyes, and we're going to do a short vinyasa. So spread your fingers, inhale, arms reach up, Urdhva Hastasana, this is a pose. Exhale, bend your knees, set your hips back as if you're sitting in a chair, so the weight goes into your heels, nice, reach up, and then inhale up. Exhale, sit down, just a couple more times. Short vinyasa, inhaling, reach, exhaling, sit. If you don't like the arms, or if we're going to be doing this a little bit more, you can put your arms to your chest, here, any arms. Okay. All right, now let your arms come down, and we're going to do a half sun salutation, a little bit longer vinyasa with chair pose in it. This is how this goes. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, sit, chair. Inhale, reach forward with your arms, come forward, knees are bent, they're soft. Exhale, come into forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen out, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, come all the way up, beautiful. Exhale, hands down to center, or however you want to do it. So that's the vinyasa. And remember, we're flowing like water. So inhale up, exhale, chair. Inhale, reach out, come forward. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And arms down. Okay, you do one more in time to your own breath. Take your time. We will meet back in mountain pose. And when you come to mountain pose, just feel the energy created by that movement. So just notice what that energy feels like in your body. Make sure your face and jaw relaxed. Come back to the breath like a waterfall. Inhale, bring it up. You can exhale through your mouth if you want. then we're going to do a balance pose. So have your chair, or go to a wall, or whatever you want. So you might want to turn. We're going to do tree pose, which we've all done before. So you might want to turn it and look at something, not me, or something that's not looking at anybody else. So because it's important, foundation is important, so we'll start there. So let the weight come into your left foot. So just don't keep your right foot on the ground, but let the weight come into your, mostly into your left. Maybe come up onto your right toes. And so that's the foundation. And then just lightly tone your core up. So zip it up, navel towards spine, in and up, just lightly. Make sure your left hip isn't jutting out. So just consciously bring that in. Your hands can be on your hips or anywhere you want. This is kind of the traditional way. I like mine to be out straight, but whatever you want. So you're on your toes. So get this balance. Look at your gaze point, something that's not moving. I'm going to turn away from you. Something that's not moving, just a soft gaze. Soft gaze, you're not staring hard. Turn your right knee out. Toes are still on the floor. And then, your choice, you can balance right here, just breathing, balancing. Don't, one more thing, keep a soft micro bend in your left knee. So you don't want to be rigid, your body needs to be able to adjust. So soft micro bend in the left knee. And then you can choose to bring your foot up to your below the knee, or above the knee, or if turning it out doesn't work, you can have your knee straight. So just breathe here. Feel that left foot on the floor. And there might be some movement, some swaying, because your body is adjusting to the balance, the narrow balance. Just soft breathe. If you want to bring your arms into it, you can have tree branches or anything you want. Find a place where you can feel stable and just breathe. Okay, then come out as carefully as you went in and just shake it out, move around. So another thing, the word that I put down in the practice is organic movement. So it's just something we practice in yoga, listening to our body and doing what our body is asking for. So organic movement is just moving in a way that feels good, and that, you know, your body's saying, okay, I like that, that feels good. Okay, so now we'll do the other side. So this time, weight into the right foot. About all the parts of the foot touching. I sometimes find when I'm losing my balance, I'm coming onto the side of my foot or something. So just make sure you're aware of that whole foot touching. Come up on your left toes, right hip is in, and you can externally rotate and come into your form of tree, or just bring your knee up straight. So find a tree that works for you today. And just, sometimes you might be aware that you're holding your breath, so just keep breathing. Inhale flows into the exhale. Beautiful. Okay, then come out and take some, whatever you want to do. Another word that I had written down is a dance. So it's just kind of moving like a dance with the rhythm. The vinyasas are like a dance and the rhythm is the breath. But anyway, it's another thing I read in the paper today. Bobby, you said about hearing something on the news about breathing, but this was about people who are very super sensitive and what they can do. And dancing by yourself, that was what it said. It's a really great way to give yourself some, I don't know what, but anyway. Okay, so dancing by yourself. All right, now turn to face the long edge of your mat, and we're gonna do some standing poses. So we wanna be able to put your legs wide apart. And start with the feet parallel. So this is, it's called triangle pose, but there's another triangle pose that we do, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so start here by pressing down to both feet, and then inhale your arms up, shoulder height. Look right, look left, see if your arms are, level, and your spine's coming right up in the middle, and just press into both feet, reach out through both hands, spread your fingers, and then lift up through the crown of your head, so like a mountain pose, but a little different with the feet and the arms. Close your eyes, just breathe a few times. Inhale, flowing into the exhale. Face relaxed. And now bring your hands to your hips. Take your right heel and pivot it back at an angle, so back toward the corner of the mat, and turn your left toes toward the short edge of the mat. So, yep. Okay, and just a couple times. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, bend your left knee so it comes over the left ankle. And then inhale back, straighten. So just a couple times, finding the right space between your legs so your knee can come over your ankle. Keeping your spine straight up. And then once your knee is bent, hold it there. Inhale, bring both arms up, palms face down. So we're gonna come into Warrior Two, Virabhadasana 2. So take your gaze over your middle finger of your left hand. This is Warrior Two. Now we're gonna build a Vinyasa here, so just getting used to this. So now, the next inhale, lengthen out like you're reaching out to touch something. Lengthen out through your left arm. Bring your left forearm to your thigh. And the right arm can go straight up or stay on your hip. What you want here is for the right shoulder to move back so your chest is open. Open, open, open. And your gaze can go up or straight ahead or down to your left foot. And this is Parsvakonasana, bent side angle pose. And we're gonna, once we get going, we're gonna just move in a vinyasa between Warrior Two and bent side angle. Okay, so inhale, keep your knee bent, come back up to Warrior Two, look over your left finger. We're not gonna worry about matching movement to breath yet, but we are in a minute. And then inhale, reach out, forearm on your left thigh, arm, wherever it feels good. Concentrate on opening your chest. And then inhale, back up, Warrior Two. Exhale, kind of sink into Warrior Two. And then inhale, come out into side angle. Exhale, settle in, sink in. One more time. Inhale, Warrior Two. Exhale, settle, and then inhale out to side angle, and exhale. This is called Dancing Warrior. Inhale, up again. Bring your arms down, parallel your feet, step them together. Do a dance. Do a dance, shake it out. And now we'll do that to the other side. So, feet wide apart. Bobby, you could do just upper body if you wanted to just move between.
It just puts my sciatic nerve on fire. So,
all right, then find a movement that you can do just moving with your breath. That's really what we're working with here. So, okay. So this time, left heel rotates back, right toes to the short edge. Very nice. And we'll just start a few times straightening and bending the right knee so you find the right stance. So I can see on the foot, I can see when my knee's coming over my ankle. It's hard for you, but just, you should be able to see your big and second toe. Okay, then hold that. Inhale, arms up shoulder height. And then turn to look at the middle finger. So spine is coming right up through the center here. So you're not leaning forward. The metaphor I like is that this is reaching into the future. If you're leaning back, you're reaching into the past, but you want to be right in the present. So the spine is right straight up here, as straight as you can get it. Look over your right shoulder at your middle finger. Just take an inhale and exhale right here. Smooth it out, slow it down. And then inhale, reach out, forearm to thigh. Arm, you might want to do a different arm over here. Inhale up. Exhale, settle into warrior two. Inhale, reach. Come into side angle. So this, think about flowing between these two poses. Flowing smoothly with the breath. Very nice. One more. And then come back when you're done. Sorry that I rushed you. I interrupted your flow.
My thighs are screaming.
Oh. Okay. Then come on back. Come back to center, and we'll do a couple half suns, which we did before. So, and you can inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit. Inhale, fold forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into your feet, come up. Beautiful. I'm going to do two more just like that. To your own breath. Modify any way that makes this better for you. Just stay with the breath and flow like water. And then we'll meet in mountain pose. break here. Feel the energy. And the energy coming up through the soles of your feet, down through the crown of your head, meeting right in your core. And just notice sensation in your body. Notice your feeling tone. Come back to the flowing breath. Feel your body lift on the inhale, chest expands. Exhale, keep the length, but let everything, notice how everything softens towards center. A couple more breaths just like that. Okay, then open your eyes. We're going to transition down to our backs. So come to the front edge of your mat. Inhale. Oops, sorry. You are, that's all right. You're right down there. You stay right down there. We'll meet you. We're going to meet you in the position. That's great. Okay, inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees a lot. Let your hands come to the mat. Step back into down dog. And then inhale, bring your knees to the mat. We're going to meet there. And then let your feet come out to the side and come back onto a seat. So we're going to be seated for a second, just a second. Start by length, if you can. If you can sit on a blanket or a block that might be more comfortable. Lengthen both legs out and put your hands behind you so to give you a little kickstand to keep your spine up. And just, this is a pose, Dandasana, staff pose. Flex your feet. Lengthen up, open chest, lengthen up. Let's take a couple breaths here. And then bring your feet to the mat, so bend your knees. Just hug around your knees. Keeping your spine up though. And then we're going to come down to our backs through boat pose, but your version of boat pose. So it could be hands behind you like this, giving you a little support, and that could be your boat pose. You can lift your legs up. This is much stronger on the core. You're sitting on your feet. Nice, very nice. And then bring your feet down. And then you can round your back and come down one vertebra at a time, or keep your back straight, strong core, and lower down like that. Okay, we all got down there. Good. Okay, so now we're on our backs. And you might want a block handy here. We're going to do a vinyasa with bridge pose. So knees are bent, feet on the mat, hip width apart. Just lift your hips up and roll your shoulder blades under your back. Just open your chest there. Give yourself a little head start. Spread your fingers, press your hands down into the mat. Now here's where if you want to put a block between your thighs to lightly press against, that can help with keep your knees from spreading apart. Now, on the inhale, the first thing you're going to do is lightly tuck your tailbone. And then continue lifting your hips up. If you have a block, press lightly, just very lightly into it. Lift your hips. And then exhale, roll down. Think about putting one vertebra at a time on the mat, so slowly roll down. Don't worry about how high you're lifting, so that's just this is a short vinyasa. So inhale, tuck your tailbone a little bit, lift your hips. Keep your neck long, chest moves toward chin, not chin toward chest. And then exhale, roll it down. So that's it. So just do that a few times, the moving bridge. Still keep the idea of the flow, moving with your breath. Inhale into exhale, exhale into inhale. If you want to hold your bridge, once you're up, you can clasp your hands under your hips, roll your shoulder blades together a little bit more, and keep pressing into your feet, and most importantly, keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. And if you are not holding, you can just come down. If you want to do a supported bridge, you can take the block with the broadest side and put it under your pelvis and back, not your low back, but your pelvis, and just rest in supported bridge. And come back to the breath. So inhale, exhale, flowing like water. And you can notice how your body moves here. This is a supported pose, so you can let go of effort. Let go of all the tension in your face, neck, shoulders into the mat. If you want to try something different, you can just raise your legs straight up. This is an inversion. So you can press the bottoms of your feet up toward the ceiling, maybe circle your ankles, rotate your ankles, flex and extend. Now lift your hips up off the block if you have that, and let your whole body come back down to the mat. Keep your legs bent, knees bent, feet on the mat. We're gonna do some windshield wipes and then hold the twist. So windshield wipes can be both your legs, your feet off the mat. This is the most core engaging form. Legs zipped together and moving left to right, being held up by your core. Or you can have your feet on the mat, hip width apart, or wider to the edges. So pick a version, maybe not necessarily the version you always do. We did last week, try something new. But whatever you feel like today. Arms out to the side, palms face up. And again, we're moving with the breath. So inhale is in the center. And then as the exhale comes, bring your navel toward the mat. So belly in, engage the core there, correct your low back, and then knees go to one side. Doesn't matter which side. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, slow flow. Don't force your knees down, just let them come where they come. Stay with your breath. just smooth left to right. Your gaze can go with the knees, against the knees, or just stay in the middle. Do feel, if your feet are on the mat, feel the connection of your feet with the mat. Slow, like water flowing from side to side. Nice. And everybody's moving to their own breath. And the next time your knees come to the side, just pause there. We're just gonna hold in the twist. If you wanna some support under a part that's not supported enough, go ahead with your blanket or your block. So inhale, think about the breath going to the area that you feel the stretch, whether it's in your hip or wherever you feel it most. Always remember, never pain, so find a place where you can just relax. And the exhale, find release. The water going over the waterfall, just let it go. So again, even though you're in stillness right now, your breath isn't still, and your body isn't really still either. Things are happening in there, and you might feel that release, that movement of the muscle, the letting go of tension, trusting, and well, your breath is what tells the muscles they can release. We're going to hold here just a little bit longer than usual. Just taking some time in this space to really release anything you don't need. Okay, then just gently bring your knees back to center. Inhale them up. Maybe press into your feet, lift your hips up just a touch, and tap the back of your pelvis a few times on the mat just to kind of get back to neutral. And then on an exhale, take your knees to the other side. Set this side up in the way that meets the needs of this side. Could be different. the resistance, the tension in your muscles flow around the tension. Just flow like water. Loosen, let go. Okay, then come back to center, take a few minutes, half a minute or so, give yourself anything you need before Shavasana. So it might feel like movement, your body might want some movement, a certain pose. Take a minute to do that, give yourself what you need. Maybe you're getting a little better at knowing what that is. Listening to your body, and I will bring you what you might want for our final pose.
Good session.
So, I bet.
Please.
I like it.
Well, I think it's just on that.
That's neat. Is that you? Okay, so, Bobby, do you need anything?
I know, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
How you doing, Mary?
Good.
Good.
With
You
my
want a
son.
belly bag? No, you don't, the weight bag? No?
No.
No.
I need socks.
Heidi, on your way back, could you pass me a chair?
Oh, sure.
Just that.
Put the weights up on there? Yeah.
It's good for people with varicose veins.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Some of those. Yeah. All right, you want me to cover you here?
Yes. Exactly.
Okay. Oh.
Thank you.
Love that shirt, that's great. You all set, Bobby?
Good.
All right. So, Shavasana, I got some little surprise here. After, okay. So, Shavasana, my little instruction for today is, I said it before, but just, you're safe, you're supported, be aware of everything. So that means everything external, you know, the temperature, the sounds, the other people here, be aware of that, and also everything that's internal, and linger on anything that's happening right in this moment to moment. So that means is don't attach to anything you're aware of and start telling a story or making a train of thought. Just aware of everything and just being right in the present moment and just accepting everything just as it is. We're very busy in our lives, and often it's really uncomfortable to sit and or lie down or just pause and not have a busy mind. It's a challenge, but it's also very rejuvenating. was a sign that I probably shocked you out of Shavasana. I didn't mean to do that. So gently bring your awareness back to the space and waken your body with some small movements, organic movement, something that just feels right. And gradually and flowingly come over onto your side, just rest there. Checking in, seeing where your inside your body, internal sensations are, your feeling tone, your mental state, your breath. At the end of practice, maybe come back to your intention. And then bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. And keep your awareness inside, perhaps close your eyes. And let's end with 3, like we began, 3, inhale through the nose and sighing out the exhale. And I invite you to bring your hands, palms together, thumbs at your heart space. Bow lightly to your efforts today. For bringing yourself to yoga and giving yourself an hour just to flow, be with your breath, be in the present moment, listen to your body. And I thank you so much for letting me guide you through practice and share the practice with you. The light in me bows to and honors the same light in each of you. Namaste.